What up, guys? So, today I'm going to be talking about how you can become a millionaire in 24 hours. Ha! Got your neck. I'm not about to do that because unless you win a lottery, that's not going to happen. So, what we're going to talk about today is actually how to start dropshipping with less than $300. Less than $200, you can say. So, anywhere less than that. So, we're going to go into this. When I say that, I feel like $250 option should be the lowest to get started. The minimum amount, like I said, should be $250 plus. Let's say you have a credit card. You really need a credit card. If you don't have a credit card, why not? Because you have to build a credit, especially if you're in America. You really need your credit for anything, honestly. So you definitely should get a credit card, and be wise with it. Just don't just use it for everything. But get a credit card and have $250 ready. Then the first route you're gonna take should be Instagram influencers, and with $250, so the subscription you can get it for $29.99 for Shopify, and you can get free apps for about 7 days, and Shopify is also free for 14 days, so you don't have to pay anything for about a week or two. So you can start off with not really putting so much down. And I would go with Instagram influencers if you have like a lower budget. Unless you have like a budget of $1,000 or more, I wouldn't suggest going to Facebook because you're gonna lose money, especially if you don't know what you're doing. If you know what you're doing, go ahead. You can start off with like a couple $100 and then go from there. But if you have no idea about Facebook advertising, you should definitely go take the influencer route, because that way it's easier and it's a better learning process, especially if you're new to the market. And the reason I say Instagram influencers is cost effective is because, one, you can negotiate the price. You cannot negotiate the price with Facebook. So with Instagram influencers, you can negotiate the price. And the thing is, especially when you contact Instagram influencers, most of the time they're gonna like 10 times their price. They're gonna tell you is gonna be 10 times the actual price they would be fine charging. So you always want to like lowball them, like super crazy. So that's the thing I like about Instagram, because you can lowball them and then you can get it for a really good price. And when my first product that I started, I actually used Instagram influencers. Actually, my first couple products, and it was doing really well. And the thing is, when you're using Instagram influencers, you're gonna build your Facebook pixel. So you're gonna have all the data, the people that go to your site, purchase, add to cart. You're gonna have all that data, so they can create a lookalike, and also your pixel is gonna be trained. So even if you have like a really broad audience, the pixel is super smart. So it's a machine learning. So it will go out there and find the right buyers for your product. So that's the reason I recommend Instagram influencers. If you don't know what you're doing when it comes to Facebook advertising, and if you have a lower budget. And the pros and cons of going with Instagram influencers. The pros are low barrier to entry, potential for a higher return. Sometimes, for the first couple products that I promoted with Instagram influencers when I started over 2 years ago, the first one I remember I paid around like $30 or $40, and I made around $500, and I was so excited, that I paid the same person $100 and used a complete different product. I didn't even use the same product that was working. I literally used a completely different product, and it went to like trash. So you always wanna find a winning product before you go ahead and promote it with Instagram influencers. The best thing is you don't even have to come up with the product. Just go through like your favorite Instagram influencers and look at the products they're posting, and just literally model that and then promote it yourself too, especially if you can find it for dropshipping, because some of the products they promote might be branded, and it might be hard to get into that market, but if it's a product that you know is a dropshipping product, you should definitely go ahead and try it out. And it's a good learning experience, like I said, and can use the data for Facebook, like I said also. And the cons is super competitive, and most of the times the influencers are not even going to respond to you because they get a lot of DMs like on the daily. So the chance of you just getting a response right away is super slim to none. But the majority of the time, let's say if you DM like 20 people, the chance of you getting more than like 3 is super high, super low. because like I said, they get a lot of DMs. Unless you're like a big brand, they're not gonna even like pay attention to your DMs. So you always want to message them from a business Instagram account. Don't message them from a personal account because they're probably gonna think you're hitting on them or whatever. If they're female, females or men. So just use a business account. That way it's better, and it's super inconsistent. When I say inconsistent, literally one day will be. The thing is, one, you're gonna saturate the audience really quick. So let's say the influencers that you're marketing with have like 50,000 50,000 followers. So you market with them the first day, and majority of the audience is gonna see it. So if you market it again on the same page, it's less likely to work because they already saw the product and they're not interested. So it's gonna be super inconsistent. So you can't really keep promoting with the same influencer unless they have a huge following. So the results, you might make good money the first day, and the second day it might be bad because depending on some influencers have fake followers. So just by looking at the follow, you might pay them more, and then your results might be low compared to the other one. So it's super inconsistent. The other con is it's hard to scale because you can't really push it that hard, especially if you don't have like a lot of budget. Unless you pay like a page with millions of like followers, which they're gonna charge a lot of money. It's hard to scale because with lower number of audiences, and especially if the person that you use, the influencer markets to the audience a lot, they're gonna be numb to marketing and product. So that's the other con of using Instagram influencers. So if you have over $2,000 saved, over $1,000 saved, you can go straight to Facebook ads. One thing I gotta tell you is that you must be prepared to lose money, especially like I said, if you don't know anything about Facebook ads. If it's your first time, you're gonna lose money. It's guaranteed. And you should not go with super high budget. Don't go and spend like $1,000 on a single campaign and just wish that it works. You have to constantly change the copy, change the creative, and test different things to see which one works. And don't be too emotionally attached to a certain product. And I've been through that, so that's why I'm saying this. Sometimes you feel like some product is gonna work, and you're gonna spend like $100, so you may be like, oh, okay, maybe on the next $100 it'll work. Keep spending, you don't get anything, you lose a lot of money. So if you spend a good amount of money on product and you don't see sales or results, go ahead and try a different product. Keep testing because especially if your pixel doesn't have any data, it's hard to convert first. Like the first 50 sales is going to be hard to convert, but after the 50 sales, the Facebook pixel is going to optimize, then you're going to get better results. As you go on, more data, better results. And the pros and cons of Facebook ads. So the pros of Facebook ads is more consistent than influencers. So like I said, the Facebook pixel is a machine learning. So the more data you feed it, the more accurate it's going to be to finding the right audience for the right product that you're selling. So you're going to be more consistent when it comes to sales and whether it's profit. You're going to be more consistent compared to influencers because like I said, it might fluctuate because like I said, some influencers have fake followers and some of the influencers might not have engaged audience. So it really fluctuates with influencers, but with Facebook, it's really good. It can be super consistent. And like I said, more scaling potential. If you know what you're doing, you can definitely scale it to a max. I've made upwards to like 300,000 in a month. When I first started, like I was literally doing like 10, 13,000 a month with Facebook, and I was like, oh, I wish I can just get to the next level. Learn a few things, scale it to over $300,000. So that just shows you that there's a potential for you to scale if you know how to properly do it. And also, it's better for the long-term growth. When I say that, like I said, the pixel is gonna be super matured if you keep feeding it data. So in the long term, when you first start off, your CPM might be higher, your cost per result might be higher because one, the pixel is not trained. Two, your page is probably not engaged yet. So what Facebook looks at when they charge you for CPM is one, the engagement rate with your ads, page likes, user feedback, and there's a bunch of other. I'm gonna do another video talking about how the CPM and how Facebook really charges you for advertisement. But like I said, when you first start off, the CPM is gonna be higher. When I first started off, my CPM was around $25. Now it's less than $5. So just pretty much tells you that the more mature it is, the better the profit and the more consistent. And like I said, better for long-term growth. The cons is expensive and difficult to master. That's honestly very, very true. Especially if you don't know what you're doing, it can be super expensive without seeing any results, and it's kind of difficult to master because there's a lot of companies that go to creating an advertisement. You can just like a couple years ago, 2 or 3 years ago, it was so much easier than it is right now. You can literally throw a video, whatever copy for the ad, and throw it up there, and you can make sales. But now, super competitive. People see ads like constantly, so they're becoming numb to it. So you have to, you have to learn how to stand out and how to show your product to the right audience. So that process can be a little difficult, especially if you don't know especially if you don't have a mentor or someone you can learn from. It can be difficult. And it requires a lot more testing. But with Instagram, you can literally match. So one of my first products was a charcoal mask, the one to peel off. If you're familiar with it, that's one of my first products. But with that, I literally just targeted the influencers that I was using are females with the age range of like 20 to 25. No, 18 to 25. And it's pretty simple. You can literally guess what audience can use that product that you're promoting, and then just match it with that. And you can even ask the influencers before I promote. You can ask them, do you like this product? If they say, they're probably going to say yes so they can make money. But if they don't really like the product, they're not even going to promote it. So that just shows you that they will know what product their audience would like. So just ask the influencer ahead of time. Some of them might not tell you, some of them will tell you. Really good ones are going to tell you, hey, my audience are into this, and that. So it'll be easier for you to test. There isn't like a lot of testing when it comes to influencer marketing, because you just literally use whatever product and then show it to the right people. But with Facebook, you have to, there's a lot of parts that you have to test, switch around. So there will be a longer testing phase when it comes to Facebook ads. So like I said, if you're new to dropshipping and really want to learn the right way, one, I would suggest get a mentor. If you cannot afford to get a mentor and just have a couple $100 you want to spare, start off by using Instagram influencers, then build the data for you to move to Facebook, and then use that data to build off through Facebook. That way it'll be much easier instead of just going to Facebook without any data and trying to make it work, because if you don't know what you're doing with Facebook ads, it can be super tricky and you can spend a lot of money without seeing any results. So tune in for the next video where I'm going to be going deep into Facebook advertising and influencer advertising and pretty much show you how to do each of those. So I'll see you on the next one.